Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Just another shout out to my subscribers. Hello, nice to see you. I got some new subscribers the other day and I'm really grateful. Thank you. Welcome if you're new here, welcome back. Today we're going to have a look at the hotel update in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I cannot tell you how excited I am. I'm recording this on Friday, so about a day after the update dropped. Unfortunately, I was too busy working, making a living to do anything on the day that it came out. So here we are. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Hey, Isabel girl. So Isabel let me into my island. How very nice of her. And she's telling us that a hotel has been built on the island's pier and that hopefully it's going to attract a lot of visitors. I hope so too. I've seen some people say online that they don't like the hotel and they don't like the idea of random people showing up or random villagers showing up on their island. But I really like the idea of that because I feel like it fits with my island. So because I'm so excited, I had no aim for this recording. I just did what I normally do, which is look at my mail. They tell me that my house is great. Tom Nook tells me that he's come up with a brand new scheme to take more money out of my bank account. And Luna told us that we have some dream islands or slumber islands to explore. I'm looking forward to this one as well, and I'm probably going to do a separate video to that. So I decided to go and say hi to all of the villagers that I could find because they are so clingy. They get so sad when I've been away for any length of time. So I decided to say hi to all of them that I could find, and also just kind of get my head around what's happening. And I was like, oh, let me do some shopping. And I forgot that Nook's Cranny closes early. Well, kind of early. They closed 2 minutes before I logged in or before I started playing. So I had no chance. And then as I was running around saying hi to my villagers, I saw an aurora and I was so excited because I honestly think this is the first time that I've seen it. And guess who I bumped into? Guess who I bumped into? Resetti. And then as I was recording, I had a moment where I was like, oh, is his name Resetti because he resets? I'm so stupid. I don't know why I'm so stupid, but anyways, I was so excited that he was there that I just let him yap about what the update regarding his reset services is going to be. And I don't think I've read all of it, to be honest. I'm still a little bit unsure. But it was just nice to see him on my island because, yeah, he's one of the characters that he's never been a part of New Horizons. So that was nice. And then he said that it was like 60,000 bells per day to update or to reset your island. And initially I was like, 60,000? That's a lot of bells. But then I remembered that I have like 13 million bells in my bank account. So I was like, and I have a lot of bell trees. So I was like, you know what? I guess I could swing it if I really need to. And this is one of the updates that I'm looking forward to. So I definitely will be using it when I get back into designing my island. So, yeah, I guess if you are new to the game, you're probably going to have to grind a little bit before you're able to just part with that many bells. I don't know what the girlies are doing these days on Animal Crossing. So I'm sure there's loads of ways to make to make a bit of change, so that you can reset your island if you mess up really badly. But this one is one of my favorites. Speaking of pest control, I've never, like, since I started playing again, I've not seen any pests in the house. So I wonder if now that Resetti is here that we're gonna start seeing that. But when I signed in last week or the week before, I didn't see any. So I'm wondering if that's something that they stopped and then restarted so that you can pay Resetti to come and do it. So then I was like, let me see Tom Nook. Let's see what he's up to, what scheme he's cooked up this time. And he decided to tell me about the extra storage. And look at Nintendo. Look at Nintendo patting themselves on the back. Cutting edge technology. Come on now. But I was also wondering if with the extra storage, are we getting extra rooms or is it just extra storage? I have no idea, because I'm going into this completely unaware of like the full breadth of the update. But then I decided to look at some of the new items that they've got in the store. And I do love the Lego items. I wasn't a huge fan of the Mario items, to be honest with you. And I've not used any of them on my island. But I can see myself using at least some of the Lego items. And I think they would also look really good on like a kid core island. So I'm looking forward to also seeing what other people do with everything that we've gotten from this update. So then again, I was just so like awe-inspired by the Aurora that I just kept stopping to take pictures of, because I think this is the first time. I honestly think it's the first time I've ever seen it. And then I was like, come on, you need to lock it in, because I was filming for like over half an hour and I still hadn't gone to the hotel. So I was like, okay, you have to go to the hotel. So I did. And then it felt like I was walking into an intervention. Tom Nook and Captain and his family were waiting there for me. And honestly, yeah, they just ambushed me and told me all this stuff that I would be doing. And explained like how the hotel would work, all of that stuff. I reluctantly agreed. I was like, I guess I'm not doing anything else this weekend. So I decided to help them out in their janky little hotel. So I was exploring after I had my little chat, and yeah, it just felt like Grams wasn't very friendly. And Leilani was like, do you want to make some money? Well, really, she was like, do you want to get to work? And I was like, I don't know, babe. So then I leave the hotel and I was immediately pulled for a chat by Tom Nook. I was going to swear. I'm trying not to swear. I swear a lot in real life, but I'm really trying to be better than that. But Tom pulled me aside and was like, hey, if the hotel wasn't enough for you, I've got some more work that I'd like you to do. And what I love about Tom Nook is he makes it seem like this is a collaboration, as if we are equally participating in this endeavor, when in reality, he cooks up these schemes and I just reluctantly go along with them because I have nothing better to do. So I decided that I would graciously accept the challenge of doing some some DIY stuff. And did you know that you can jump? That I think that was also one of the new updates just a couple seconds ago. That you saw in the clip, you can jump now, and that's really cool. So then I kept getting distracted. I was trying to create some of these DIYs, or craft some of these DIYs rather, and then I just kept getting distracted. I was like looking for materials because I didn't have all the pansies that I needed for the crown, and I looked across my entire island, could not find them. So then I was just like, okay, let me submit the ones that I was able to craft, and then maybe I'll get more. And I did, but not before Captain tells me that apparently he's happy with my work. And what's the reward for good work, everyone? More work. So then he was like, keep going, while he's just chilling on his little boat there, his little dinghy. I'm laughing because like there's a whole thing that's happening in the UK right now around boats, and it's just like, I think we should stop Captain's boat. Anyways. So then I continued crafting, and classic me, I didn't read. So I didn't realize that I needed to submit 3 potato curries instead of 1. And as I submitted all the other stuff, I got some more tickets. I keep wanting to say like points or money, but I think it's tickets. And then I got some Nook points, Nook miles. I got some Nook miles as well, and then I noticed that there's some other. I've done pretty well on the Nook miles achievements, but there's still a way to go. And then I realized I don't have enough ingredients to make all of the potato curries. I was like, whatever. So I just decided to continue crafting because I wanted more tickets. I don't know what you can do with the tickets just yet, but I want more. So I kept crafting, and then it was getting really late. So I was like, how long are you just going to keep crafting and submitting? So I think this was roughly the point where I was like, okay, one more time. But before that, I decided it was finally time to try again. Grams was like, leave me alone, you can't buy any of my wares. So I was like, Leilani, can you let me just decorate a room? And she said yes. She didn't even ask for any of my qualifications or anything, to be honest, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. So then this is where things got a bit dicey, because it's been so long since I've done any designing, especially in Animal Crossing, that I was just like, I was flustered in the beginning. So I was like, oh, let me play around with all the different controls, and then let me get all of the recommended furniture that they want us to use. And that's when I kind of realized that it is similar to Happy Home Paradise. In a way, you get a theme, and then you have to decorate the yard or the house or whatever it is based on that theme. So I started with the recommended items, and I was just like trying to place them down roughly in like where I wanted them to be. And then I realized this space is not big enough. It is not big enough. So I started picking out all the items that I wanted to use, and then I realized that it's literally everything that they have available. And that's when I was like, this definitely isn't enough to use. So I decided that I needed to make the space bigger. So I wanted it to be the maximum length and width that it could be. And And then I was like, oh, maybe zones. Basically the same thing that I do in Happy Home Paradise. And I do enjoy playing Happy Home Paradise. It's just I haven't done it in a while, so it was really just it was a bit of a challenge. I felt like my design integrity was just not very strong at this point, and also it was late into the evening and I was running on steam at that point, and I just thought, let me do my best, because I just wanted to play some Animal Crossing and relax. So I started to mess around with the music because I thought, oh, let me change the music, maybe that will inspire me. And at this point it's 12 a.m. So I was like, I need to wrap this up. I lost the clip of me like putting in the partitions and the rugs and all these different bits, but this is basically what I ended up with. It's like a suite. There's an entry area where you can drop all your stuff with your surfboard and seashells and just random bits and bobs that you've brought in from outside. Then you have like a loungy area where you can have breakfast and meals, and then the sleeping area, which is basically like an ensuite. It has a big bathroom, and then the bedroom area. And this is basically what I ended up with. I then put loads of stuff on the walls because it just was really bare without anything. And yeah, I think I did okay. It's definitely not my best work. I do like the pops of blue all over the place because that to me screams seaside. I used as much of like the beachy items that I could find. So yeah, and then I had to take some pictures, and yeah, that was it. I thought that in taking the pictures, it was gonna give me like a little montage of the work that I've done, kind of like Happy Home Paradise, but that was not the case. They just ended up in my my album at the end. And then I spoke to Leilani. I was like, babe, I've had enough. I want to go home. And so she said, let me get the person in. Let me get the guest in. And I was surprised at the guest. It was Al. Al doesn't really give me beach vibes. So, yeah. Yeah. And then also I kind of wanted to see Al's reaction of the room, but that didn't happen. So I was just like, there you go. That was it. Which was a little bit underwhelming, if I'm being completely honest. I kind of wanted to see him in the room, but that's by the by. So then I decided to spend my little cash, my hard-earned cash, and finally get the souvenir items that they had in the gift shop. What is it called? The souvenir shop. Words are failing me. I have no idea. So then Grams finally decided to talk to me and decided that I was good enough to purchase from her shop after her son called me one of the good ones. So I bought the snow globe and the towel rack that they had. And then I decided that I'd had enough and that I should go to bed. So what did I do? I decided to look through the catalogue and purchase some of the bits that they had in their shop, because I'm planning on using these to decorate my island, and I'm hoping that because I bought them I can then buy them from my catalogue instead of having to come back here. But I have no idea. I can't remember how this game works. I really can't remember. I mean, even if I do have to come back here, it's not that far away. it's on my island, but still it's just a little bit inconvenient. But yeah, I decided that I was gonna sit in the lobby and be a nuisance, because that's it. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed my little tour of the hotel. Let me know what you think of the update. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know what you think of this video. Please like, subscribe, suggest other things that you would like to see potentially. Have a good evening. Please stay hydrated, and goodbye.